Hey folks, welcome back to my channel. Friday was my birthday, so Saturday I had a party at a restaurant, and after I did my birthday party with my family, I wind up meeting a guy named Keith Huff Nagel, the creator of Huff. So I got a picture on Instagram on that. If you want to follow me, if you like, Instagram is Miss Flamboyant 44. Then you could check out my post that I took of him and I. So after all that, then I went home, took a little cat nap as I would call it, because it was about 30 minutes. Then I started my Uber ring, picking up and dropping off. So the first person I picked up was a black girl, and she happened to be living in the mansion area of Beverly Boulevard, and what is that, Rossmore, I think, basically. So I dropped her off at the Magic Castle, and she was telling me that um, she enjoys going there because they have magic going on. I'd never even heard of that place. Um, but I guess it's a good place to go and have parties if you decide you want to go there. So I think I'll want to do that maybe next year for my birthday. Or just take someone, maybe my kids or somebody, I don't know. Want to go there one day though. But she seemed to be pretty cool. So then once I got to Hollywood, then I got another request. And the next request I got was from Hollywood, and I dropped him off of Pico and Robertson. It was a white guy. And the reason why I'm saying the nationality, because we get a wide range of variety of people. A lot of times it's people that we might not have ever seen, we'll never see. Why? Because they don't get on the bus. I'm a bus driver. I don't shop in Hollywood unless maybe I just don't shop in Hollywood. I don't know. It's too congested, I guess. That's why I don't go down there. Um, and he's a musician, so first thing when people get in the car, you want to say, hey, how you doing, hope you had a good day, or maybe how was your day, and then you want to ask them the kind of music you want to listen to. So a lot of times they like listening to the music that I actually have on, and what I sometimes tend to do is kind of like I'm forgetting a little bit, because I'll have some rap music on, and next thing you know, they'll say, oh, I'll just listen to what you're listening to. So I guess that means they like the same music I'm listening to. That's what I take it. So after I dropped him off, he said he was a musician and he listened to all kind of music. So that was pretty nice. Then I picked up these two white girls. I don't know. They might not have been white. They might have been another nationality, but they were light skinned. Um, Picked them up off of Pico and Robertson, and one of them was a sorority girl. So I want to say it's almost good to have some kind of connection with these people, because maybe you can get a 5-star rating from them. Who knows? So I just happened to tell her, well, my daughter was a Delta. She was like, oh, okay. And then she happened to be from a sorority. I don't know what it was. Then they started talking about something about she was from San Francisco. And I said, oh, I went to California College of Arts and Crafts. So it's like right there, you got two connections. So I can get my little 5-star ratings. Um, and then I wind up dropping them off somewhere. I don't know, somewhere in Palms area off of Venice and Overland. Uh, And then let's see. Then I picked up two guys from the Palms area. They only went like 6 blocks away. And the funny thing about them, I don't know, looking at a person, you kind of think maybe they know about certain clothing lines. So I told them about who I met from the Huff store, and they were like, oh, okay, we don't know who the creator was, but they have heard of the Huff store because they do probably wear Huff. Then I have a little, uh, then I picked up this couple from Palms to the Marina. He was funny and wasted, and he had a lot of comedy. I say wasted because you could smell the liquor in the car. Don't know what it was. I just know he had a good sense of humor, so I know she enjoyed his company. They're funny. So after I got down to the Marina area, I got another request off of Abbott Kinney, which is basically in the vicinity of Marina Del Rey. Picked up this guy, and he was like, I don't really know the address to where he's going to. So what I wind up doing is pulling over, letting him, make his phone call or his text or whatever he has to do, because I don't want to just be driving around wasting my gas. So he pulled over. He was like, thank you for letting me do this. So finally he was like, okay, let's just go to California Electric. I said, okay, let's go over there. And he was like, you can just let me out right here. So what you want to do is just look up at the address of the building or wherever you tend to drop the person off to see the destination and just click it in there. And then write that in there on Uber. Y'all got to excuse me. I have allergies. I haven't taken my medicine yet. And I usually take Claritin or Allegra for allergies. Then when I got in Santa Monica, I got another request from this black guy. He had dreadlocks, and he kind of reminded me of the guy that I met a few weeks ago downtown at the Santa Fe Apartments, but I don't know if it was him or not. But he kind of looked like him. But anyway, so I picked him up, and I wind up dropping him off somewhere off of Wilshire. And what I noticed is this place off of Wilshire and Ocean, it's a restaurant, and it's a lot of people that tend to go down there. So far, I went down there 2 Saturdays in a row. So, hey, I might have to go there myself and try out their food. So, he was telling me he was looking for some apartments. So I was telling him about he might want to check out Playa Vista because that's where we used to live, and it's pretty nice. A lot of artsy people over there. It's pretty cool. It's just you got to have the money to live over there. It's kind of getting expensive for me, so I had to move. So, also, then I went to a restaurant called Father's Restaurant on a street called Montana. Picked up this guy from over there. And sometimes you don't really know who you're picking up because on Uber it doesn't show you what the people look like. So you're sitting there in the double parked with your hazard lights on. It could be 3 or 4 people just sitting there by the curb looking at their phones, and they're not really paying attention to if you're there or not. And then I happened to see this guy. He turned over. He was on his iPad, and I said, "Oh." He said, "Yeah, okay, you're my driver." And I said, "Okay." So he got in the car, and I asked him his name. He told me his name. I don't know what he said his name was. And he had an accent, so I just asked him, where are you from? He said he's from Italy. I said, oh, okay, well, I like Italian food. And then I said, my favorite place is Buca di Beppo. And he said, oh, yeah, I like eating there too. So we were driving past, we were driving down the street, and right before I made my turn on Ocean, there's a new Caribbean spot, and I was like, I wonder how that food is. He said, well, it's all right, but it's expensive. And I said, oh, really? He said, yeah. So right before that, he like coughed a few times, and I said, are you all right? He said, no, I think I'm catching a cold because I've been on the airplane so much with the air going in your head. When you're on the airplane, you might want to close one of those little air vents so the air is not sticking down on your head like it does to me on the bus. So I just close it because I tend to be too cold. So he seemed to be a pretty cool person. He was actually telling me about the restaurants and stuff. So thumbs up for him. Then I picked up a guy from a wedding party. He went to another. Oh, you know what? I already said that. Then I picked up this little Mexican boy. And the only reason why I know he was Mexican because he told me he was Mexican. I never asked him. But we were talking about, because see, when somebody gets in my car, he either dresses like a skater or, I mean, it could be a girl too. If they dress like a skater, then I'll tell them about the person that I met from Huff. Or, well, this kid, he had a skateboard, so he happened to tell me about he went to some skating event and he broke his ankle, so then he had to stop skating professionally because he had broke his ankle, and they told him it'll be best that he didn't do that anymore. So then he just does it on a, enjoying his Saturday or Sunday, and his mom doesn't like him riding a skateboard at night because he has to have a helmet on and he doesn't want a helmet. So he's just a plain kid, I would say. So I dropped him off somewhere in Beverly Hills. So he was a cool kid to talk to. Then I picked up this white boy. Stop saying white boy because they're not white, they're Caucasian. Caucasian boy off a Cadillac and dropped him off somewhere. Oh, Cadillac in Wilshire. Then I dropped him off somewhere in Beverly Hills. I don't know. I was kind of confused at first, the direction. Ways be having you go through some streets, be wondering like, why are you going way over here, out of the way? But then you got to remember, they're taking you out of traffic. So you might be going up into some mountains. Who knows? As long as it's away from traffic, it's going to take you there. Then